Friday night, and you just showed up at a party. You're talking to someone from your chem class when you see this kid stretched out on the sofa. He looks really out of it. Pointing in his direction, you ask, "What's up with him?" She says, "I don't know. Maybe he drank too much. I don't really even know that guy." Still, he doesn't look okay to you. If you were in this situation, what would you do? That guy might be experiencing acute intoxication, also called an overdose. An overdose can happen when someone drinks too much, takes too many drugs, or mixes the wrong substances. Drugs that can cause an overdose include depressants like alcohol, Xanax, and Valium. Stimulants like Adderall, cocaine, and Ritalin. Opioids like heroin, fentanyl, Vicodin, Percocet, and oxycodone. And even club drugs like ketamine or MDMA, also called Molly or ecstasy. The number of drinks or the amount of drugs it takes to cause an overdose varies, depending on things like someone's weight and their drug tolerance. People that abuse alcohol or drugs can be at risk for many problems. They could be injured in a car accident or become a victim of sexual assault. They might get into fights or other interpersonal conflicts. They could even get arrested and possibly go to jail. An overdose is a dangerous situation that can quickly lead to a medical crisis and even death. But how can you tell if someone could be overdosing? Different drugs affect people in different ways, so there's no one symptom of an overdose. But here are some things you should look for. Some opioids can make your pupils really small, almost like pinpoints, and certain tranquilizers can cause large, dilated pupils. You might see breathing changes, either shallow, slow, rapid, or uneven. They might gasp or even stop breathing altogether, and you might hear unusual noises, like choking or gurgling. Their heart rate might be irregular. It could be fast if they've taken stimulants, or slowed down if they're on depressants or tranquilizers. The look or feel of their skin might change. They might be very warm if they've taken certain club drugs, or cold to the touch if they drank too much or took opioids. Depending on what they took, their lips and fingers might be blue or purple, or their skin might look red and flushed. They could shake and have tremors, and they might go into convulsions or have a seizure. They might also become lightheaded or dizzy, or say that they have a really bad headache. Someone's mental state can be altered by many types of drugs. They may seem delirious or out of touch with reality. They might look agitated, aggressive, or angry, and they may even become violent. They could say that they feel really tired, seem uncoordinated and unsteady, or disoriented and confused. They might move slowly, seem lethargic, or lose consciousness. And if no one steps in to help, an overdose could eventually even lead to death. An overdose is a really serious situation, but you can act and potentially save a life if you know what to do. Ask if they're okay, and if they've been drinking or what drugs they've taken. Don't hesitate to get involved. Call 911. Give your exact location and phone number. Explain what's going on and if you know what the person took. Take action to help. Try talking to them loudly. Shout their name. Try to wake them by lightly shaking their shoulders or rubbing your knuckles back and forth firmly in the middle of their chest. Place them on their side in the recovery position, with their hands under their head and upper knee forward to prevent them from rolling onto their stomach. Stay with them until the ambulance arrives. Perform rescue breathing and CPR if you need to. Tell the paramedics if you know what or how many drugs they took or how much alcohol they drank. This information can help them provide the right treatment. If you suspect an opioid overdose, there's one more thing you can do. Narcan or naloxone is a nasal spray medicine used to treat opioid overdoses. A person overdosing for opioids may be unresponsive to your touch or voice. They may have pinpoint pupils, lose consciousness, or you may see slow, irregular, or no breathing. They may make snoring, gasping, or gurgling noises, and their fingernails or lips might look blue or purple. To administer Narcan, lay the person on their back and insert the tip of the device in one of their nostrils. Using your thumb, depress the plunger fully to dispense the medication. If they respond, turn them on their side and put them in the recovery position. Continue to watch their breathing closely. If it doesn't return to normal or the breathing difficulty resumes, repeat the process after 2 to 3 minutes and give an additional spray of Narcan using a new device in the opposite nostril. Repeat doses may be necessary. Because Narcan or naloxone reverses the effects of an opioid overdose for only 30 to 90 minutes, it's possible for a person to experience the effects of an overdose after a dose of Narcan wears off. After using Narcan, call 911 right away, even if the person wakes up. You can find out how to get Narcan or naloxone by going to isavefl.com. And if you're going out with friends, have Narcan with you, just in case. Remember, if someone overdoses on fentanyl, you might need to administer more than one dose. There are also certain things that you definitely shouldn't do in an overdose situation. Don't put them in a cold shower or bath, or try to wake them forcefully by slapping or hitting them. Don't try to give them coffee or anything to eat. Don't try to make them throw up. Don't call anyone else before calling 911. Most importantly, don't assume someone else will help. Don't wait to act, or it could be too late. There are many things you could do to help, but unfortunately, a lot of people don't act for a number of reasons. And if you really think about it, they're not good reasons at all. I might lose friends. What will I say to his mom if he dies? He just needs to sleep it off. But he may never wake up. He's taken that before. He'll be fine. What if he took too much this time? I took the same thing he did and I'm fine. But he could have less tolerance and I could help him. I'm not sure what to do, but now I know how to act to save his life. I could get in trouble. The Florida 911 Good Samaritan Law protects me, and he needs my help. Did you know that you're protected under Florida law when you assist someone you think might be overdosing? The Florida 911 Good Samaritan Law says that a person acting in good faith who seeks medical assistance for an individual experiencing or is believed to be experiencing an alcohol or drug-related overdose may not be arrested, charged, prosecuted, or penalized for simple drug possession. Let's review what we've learned about dealing with an overdose. Ask questions to find out if they're in trouble. Call 911 for medical assistance. Take action to save a life. You can make a difference. Call 911 for help. Administer Narcan for an opioid overdose. And always wait with the person until EMS arrives. And remember that in Florida, you're protected when acting as a good Samaritan to try to help someone who might have overdosed. Be the ultimate influencer and an everyday hero. Step up and act. Here we are, back at the party again. But now you know a lot more about the dangers of a drug or alcohol overdose, what it can look like, and what you can do to help. So what will you do now? Act as if a life depends on it, because it just might. Hey man, are you okay? I'm not sure. Did you take anything? Yeah, I did, and I don't feel right.